Welcome back to your Daily Dose. I'm here with my good friend Matthew Moore, and we are talking about art in Parkinson's, rebranding Parkinson's, and where we got to at the end of last episode, truth in Parkinson's. Let me just lay out truth in Parkinson's for you. How do you feel about that? Are we being truthful as a medical society, as a populace? Are we being truthful about Parkinson's?
I wish I could say yes. It doesn't feel like the right answer to me because there's just so much, even on a small scale, there's so much what I didn't say, right? That's the name of my play, what I didn't say. We come in, we put on a show for the neurologist that's false, right? We bring all our attention to our symptoms and we walk like a champ in the neuro's office, but we're stumbling around at home. That's not truthful. It's not truthful for a neuro to hide what's coming or what's going on or what they might be facing next, where they are realistically on this scale. It's not truthful for care partners to just go on stuffing their emotions and feelings deep inside. So just all throughout the system, there seem to be places where people aren't really telling the truth. And I think that hurts us.
Yeah, and a lot of it is based on institutional faith or worship, even. And this thing in medical terms they call the gold standard. You've heard of before, right? Which, if something is the gold standard, it's unquestioned. And that the practitioners will therefore use it, whether it's a scale or a pill or a device, it's the gold standard. It's the best they have right now. Now, from an efficiency standpoint, I understand that can help move forward. But if the truth of Parkinson's is, and this is what we're trying to, why we're putting out the rebranding Parkinson's out there, is we don't know as much as we thought we did, then we need to wipe away a lot of this gold standard. And for what, here's a baseline one. Parkinson's is a movement disorder. That's been the gold standard for 200 years. It's not true. To say it only, right? To say succinctly as it's a movement disorder. That's like saying a hamburger is a sesame seed. You've got the one piece of it, right? Yeah, but it also has meat. It also has cheese and probably lettuce, tomatoes, and pickles. And by the way, that's depending on what people like or don't like. Or in my case, a veggie patty. It's still a hamburger to me,
Well,
but
if
it
it's a
has,
movement disorder, why is it affected by my state of mind?
yeah,
Why are my tremors closely associated with my physiology, right? And
we know what stress is.
why aren't they impacted by the medicine the same way on the same day? Like sometimes I take these pills, they don't do much for me. Sometimes I take them, it seems like they do a little. So I get what you're saying for sure.
Well, and why do we only look negatively at the problem, right? When we talk about the psychological effects of stress, of anger, we don't talk as much about as, I mean, the jam for joy. I call it that for a reason because positive interactions and expressions emotionally through improvisation, they improve the quality of living with Parkinson's. So if that's true, why can't we prescribe that, this positive interactions? And I don't mean Pollyanna positive. I
Yeah,
mean truthful positive, right?
right, right.
Being able to express your whole self.
Mhm.
You're unconditionally okay.
I think that's one of the reasons that the play has been successful, is that it's rooted in realness, reality. It's rooted in these 12 interviews that I conducted with people and just taking from the transcription. How did they feel? How did they navigate a certain circumstance? Not with their disease, but with their whole person, emotionally and physiologically and all the rest. So, as much it's emotionally honest, the play. And I think people dig it for that. And I'm always happy when people come up afterwards and say, "Man, that touched me. That was my story. I've never thought of it that way. We have something new to talk about." So I find it immensely fulfilling in that way.
Were you surprised, and maybe are you surprised sometimes at how much it does connect?
Do you mean what two parts?
Basically the play itself, that it is as popular as it is. I mean, I don't want to say as simple as, but by telling the truth,
Oh,
by giving the what I didn't say, saying the quiet part out loud or the silent part out loud, because that's the effect, that's the title, that's, like you said, the premise. Are you surprised at all that it means that much, or do you think you were scratching at the surface in something and just seeing the wall maybe start to break open?
yeah, I think I was surprised at first. but
Yeah.
now I'm not.
Right.
Now I've come to expect and respect where it's taking people emotionally and the kinds of issues that they're dealing with and the kind of conversations that they are or are not having. And that I get to have a little piece of that. I get to
Yeah.
change that or just a little bit for people. And, you know, that's why the success of the play is judged night by night on a cryometer, I call it. How many of the people in the room are crying, including me? Yeah.
That's great. Let's come back, talk about the play and the development of it into a screenplay, and what you're thinking and feeling. Okay.
Yeah. Let's do
See
it.
you on the next dose.